Washington Commanders are set to face the LA Chargers in a must-win game for the Commanders. And we got some good news. The Washington Commanders are headed into this game with a significant advantage over the Chargers that they need to take advantage of. Let's talk about it.
The way that we live is not for everybody.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
How do you think the rest of Jaden Daniels' career is going to go? If we're, 6, 7 games into Jaden Daniels' career and he's already milking injuries?
Stop saying my name, you dick rhyme, baby. I love the way she move it, shake it on me. When she fly for him, and Shawty is the winner. You can tell that Shawty's love again now. She's confident.
So, headed into this game, the Washington Commanders are looking to bounce back after suffering the defeat to the Atlanta Falcons. And in this game, the Washington Commanders are faced with a very talented offense in Justin Herbert. Obviously, the weapons that they have around them. Amarion Hampton's coming off a really good game running the ball. Obviously, Keenan Allen and Quentin Johnston seems to be coming around. And obviously, Lat McConkey, who's having a slow start to the season. But as we know, anytime a player or a team is having a slow start, just have them play Washington and they'll all of a sudden figure it out. So it wouldn't surprise me if that was the case for this game on Sunday. But the Washington Commanders are headed into this game with a significant advantage on both offense and defense. First things first, the Washington Commanders have struggled to get consistent pressure on quarterbacks this year. However, the one game in which they were successful getting after the quarterback, that was versus the Chargers' rival, the Las Vegas Raiders. And in that game, we know we faced a quarterback in Geno Smith, who is really immobile, can move around a little bit, but not as much as you fear. That banged up offensive line also helped as well. And that's similar in this situation for the LA Chargers, as Justin Herbert is able to move around the pocket and can extend plays if need be, but he's without his two starting tackles in Joe Alt and obviously Rashawn Slater, who got hurt before the season even started. And that is something that Washington desperately needed, if I'm being honest with you. I don't wish injury on anybody, but you're not gonna have me feel bad for taking an advantage. Like, we need it. All right, this defense, this pass rush is not really good, so we need to take advantage of everything that we can take advantage of, if we're being honest. And that has led Justin Herbert to being the most pressured quarterback in the NFL through 5 weeks. And if there was a week for Washington to get after the quarterback, it would be this week. And if we can't get after Justin Herbert on Sunday, I don't know when we will. What gives me confidence is that the last time we faced a compromised offensive line or a quarterback that really isn't known to utilize his legs much, we were able to get after him a lot. That being said, Justin Herbert is still one of the best throwers of the football, and he still can carve you up if given time. And if you allow him to be comfortable, how we did with Michael Penix, if we allow him to just sit back and carve up this zone defense, he can do that. But again, what gives me confidence is the ability that Washington has shown. At least they're able to get after a quarterback when it's a immobile, kind of average runner of the football. But we are without Javonte Jean-Baptiste now. So already banged up and pretty bad pass rushing room. It's going to be without Javonte Jean-Baptiste for the foreseeable future. So hopefully that means we see more Frankie Louvu rushing the passer. Hopefully Dorrance Armstrong continues to be able to rush the passer and not being dropped back in hook curls and flats and whatnot. He's our best pass rusher. He needs to go after the quarterback. We need to see some Mikey Sainristil slap blitzes, some Revo sky blitzes from the secondary. We need to do something to speed up the clock of Justin Herbert to get after him, because again, the Giants put on full display. Not that we're the Giants defensive line or defense for that matter either, because we're not. But they put on full display that if you're able to disrupt the timing, if you're able to force Herbert into some turnovers, he's prone to turn the ball over. After his hot start through the first 2 weeks of the season, he kind of cooled off a little bit, and he's faced two quality defenses back to back in the Broncos and the Giants. Again, he is able to be forced into some bad situations, but you have to force him into those situations. He's not just going to give them to you. Offensively, the Chargers, or defensively, I should say, for the Chargers, offensively for us, they have been able to be very vulnerable when it comes to the ability of keeping the quarterback in the pocket. You look at last week with Jackson Dart, he was able to scamper into the end zone with a rushing touchdown. He was able to utilize his legs multiple times throughout that game. Also, you had Patrick Mahomes, who was able to kill them in week 1 with his legs as well. I think Bo Nix had a very fair showing as well with his legs. Dare I say, Jaden Daniels is coming back for his first game in a couple of weeks. And I know a lot of people are nervous about his knee and nervous about him wearing a brace. But it wouldn't surprise me if this is one of Jaden Daniels' best rushing game. Jesse Minter is one of the best defensive coordinators in the league, and he's a guy that I can see being a head coach in a year or two, if we're being honest. But one thing that you've been able to, get after his defenses is being quick with your decision making, getting out of the pocket, extending plays. I feel like this team can be vulnerable at situations of RPOs and getting the quarterback on his spot, moving. Like I say, if you just allow them to stand back there and allow them to rush, no Khalil Mack is definitely a blessing. But Thule in the middle, he's very, very dangerous interiorly. Obviously, you got Derwin James in that secondary that's known for able to get out to the quarterback as well. I do like Cam Hart. I do think Taheeb Still is solid as well. And obviously, Benjamin St. Juste is in that secondary as well. But that don't let that mean anything. Again, we're the Commanders. And it wouldn't surprise me if Benjamin St. Juste all of a sudden just had a very good game against us. But I say that to say Jaden Daniels needs to be cut loose on week 5 versus the Chargers if we want to have a chance to win this game. We have significant advantages over this Chargers team, even with all of our injuries, even with Terry being out, even with Noah Brown still being out, even with Sam Cosmi being ruled out already, as his 21-day window has been opened up for his return at some point. You also have a banged up Deebo Samuel with a heel. Now, again, we don't know how serious it's going to be, but you're going to potentially, it seems like you're going to get a John Bates back, which is significant. You're going to get, obviously, Jaden Daniels back. So you're slowly getting these pieces back together, which is going to allow you to open up this offense more. I think this Chargers defense is able to stifle the running game slightly. I do think we can have some type of success against them if we, in fact, run the ball and stick to our game plan of running the ball. I think some read options could be key to the success of the running game as well. Again, if our leading rusher is Jaden Daniels in Sunday's game, don't bet eye to it. Again, that's something that the Chargers are prone to giving up to, as they've shown over the start of this year, that they're not really able to key in on mobile quarterbacks. That's the one thing about their defense to start the year. Again, last week with the Giants, they were able to give up a lot of rushing yards to Cam Scatterbone, 79 yards, and 10 carries for 54 yards for Jackson Dart as well. That's pretty good for a quarterback. You look at the week prior to that against the Broncos. Again, the player rushing Bo Nix, he had 8 for 33. That's pretty solid for a quarterback. And J.K. Dobbins, 11 carries for 83 yards. So, I mean, it seems like you're able to move the ball a little bit running-wise on this Chargers defense, especially when you don't have your top weapons. You don't want to pass the ball. This is one of the best passing defenses in the league going back to last year. So, again, I've been saying it week in and week out, and I really think they feel the pressure now. Establishing the run is going to be even more bigger than it already was prior to last week. Again, this is a defense that you don't want to throw the ball on much of, and I'm not telling you to go out there and play scared. Not at all. Play your game. But I think with Jaden's first game being back, with this running game being in my opinion, damn good when given the opportunities. And knowing that this Chargers passing defense is one of the best in the game, and they gave up 21 points to a Giants team. If you're being honest, we know 21 points it should be enough to get you the victory in terms of your defense. In the Raiders game, they only gave up 9 points, right? In the Chiefs game, they gave up 21 again. In the Broncos game, they gave up 20. So this defense, you're not scoring a lot of points on this Chargers defense at all. So that's why it's actually important that our defense can stifle their offense enough to allow Washington to come away with this victory. And again, I think with Joe Alt and Rashawn Slater being out, and I think Darion Davis could be trending outward as well. They have a few injuries that are going to be key to this game, and I think Washington can take advantage of, especially on that offensive line. So maybe we overload one side. We have Frankie and Dorrance rushing from the same side. Again, there's no excuses for me. I get that I've been saying all year long our pass rush isn't good, which it's not, if we're being honest. But if there was a week that Washington can get after the quarterback, it would be this week. I think we're talented enough to abuse compromised offensive lines and quarterbacks that aren't really known for rushing much. Again, Geno Smith, we were able to have a field day. Jordan Love, we struggle with containing in the pocket. Michael Penix, we struggle with getting after as well. But Justin Herbert, again, not saying he's a statue back there, but he's not a guy that is known for running the ball consistently. So we'll see. But I think Washington's headed into this game with a significant advantage over this Chargers team with the injuries that they have. But we obviously are banged up as well. But I feel really good about this game. What says you down below in the comment section? This is a must-win game for the Washington Commanders. Okay, look forward to falling 2-3. That being said, as always, me and boy Juan Gotti. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. On the road to 12,000 subscribers. So we really appreciate if you reach that goal as soon as possible. Thank you so much. You have a blessed one. Stay safe. Be easy out there. Peace.
Never gave a ballin' like I'm Deshaun, throw the bomb, G. That's IG, my jersey never seen a line.